Yeah. So you gonna roll with us?
I can't. Why not?
Oh, the police is after you, huh?
Nah. I'm on punishment. My mom says I can't leave the porch.
Oh, man.
Come on, let's hold the porch down.
What's up with this now? We holding the porch down, talking about just how reality's turned out. We ain't finished, ain't even finna be for a minute. Everybody's playing games, what's up then let's have a scrimmage. Gotta unify the cooler guys with you and now you must discuss truth and lies, eulogize the proof in time what makes us us. Ain't no way to be bored now. Come on, we off the porch now.
Trey.
All right.
Welcome back to Off the Porch on the history books. Oh,
hey,
brother, we're talking about something today that this one, guys, is going to be a long one. It's going to be split up into parts. We are talking about South African apartheid.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I because I knew a lot, but not as much as I should have, because there is way more to this than I thought there was. So this first part is just gonna be a brief walkthrough of what apartheid is, and then some of the legislations that made it what it was.
Okay.
So, Trey, can you tell me what apartheid is?
Apartheid, from my understanding, was the European basically seizure of South Africa and implementation of biased laws in order for to segregate the native black people from South Africa with the white people that basically just stole the country of South Africa.
Stole the whole country.
And said,
And
this is how we're gonna start doing things now because we're here and y'all ain't gonna do shit about it.
Right. Yeah. That is essentially what happened. It was a group of policies that governed.
Give me wrong. Was it the French or the English?
It was the English. This is all the English.
Okay.
That is.
I feel like the English ain't really been mentioned enough in the times these days.
Oh,
and
brother,
they really on some undercover shit because slavery was basically they was getting product to the English. You know what I mean? All them over there that
we will at some point. We're gonna do a thing on the British Museum. Yeah, buddy.
I feel like after you've defeated all other racists, you got to go to the head. The people over there are probably cool, but the politics and the policies over there,
yeah. And every now and then they'll get a wild hair up their ass and try to kick out all the immigrants. It's crazy. But yeah, so pretty much you hit the nail on the head. Apartheid is just a group of policies that govern relations in South Africa. Basically, it was the white government, and so there was one dude. His name was Daniel Mallon. And at the time, South Africa had already had a government, and they had an election, and this one white dude snuck his way in with the National Party. And from 1948 on, it was out the wazoo. So,
Wow.
yeah, he essentially duped them into letting him in because us black folks, empathy, we have a problem with empathy. And
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We want the best, and yeah.
And so when Daniel Madeline got in 1948, he started to like extend those policies and stuff, and that's when the name for it came, which was apartheid. And so, and then there's other things and stuff that another name for it was separate development. Anything to just get away from the word segregation, because that's what it was.
Yeah, because I mean, think about the time it was when it was started to be implemented. That's prime American setup for the civil rights.
So so there were a few major acts that essentially put this into place. So there's the Population Registration Act of 1950, which we finna break down how they did this, because this is crazy. So the Population Registration Act, which was passed in 1950, made it to where everybody in the population of South Africa had to be classified. So,
No shit.
yeah. So, you know where the word Bantu comes from? Bantu, use a nigga.
Oh shit.
Bantus is niggas. Now, this is this one you take into account because recently, you know the girl Tyler, the one.
Sounds familiar.
The song Water Make Me Sweat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's South African. The next and she got in trouble she got a lot of American criticism because of this. The next classification is colored. COLOURED. That is for mixed people. And she still calls herself colored. So you can see how, like, deep, and this still goes on. And then, obviously, white people. And then you got Asian people, people of Indian descent and stuff like that. They were later added. So yeah, you can see where this is going.
I'm not about to play. That's wild. Like,
and I probably should have said this at the beginning.
Like, continuing to play ball, like
I probably should have said this at the beginning, but here's the situation that was the catalyst for this was the South African majority was black, 80%, 80% black, and it was 20% white. White people don't like that,
Right.
you know that.
right.
So that's what enacted this whole thing.
Right.
The other major player in this was the Group Areas Act.
What is that?
All right, so we got everybody categorized into different classifications. So you got your Bantus, your black folks, you got your colors, your mixed folks, and then you got your white people and your Asian people. So you got everybody separated and classified. So what do you do next?
Divide them.
So the Group Areas Act it established residential areas, business areas, and urban areas for each race. So every race had their own places where they could stay and do their business. However, the way that they divvied it out, so it was a lot of places that basically the way that it's set up, you couldn't the places that weren't for Bantu people or colored people, you could not operate in those areas. You could not own land in those areas. You like all of this, like nothing. You had to have a special document for you to be in these restricted areas. Everybody had to have this document if you weren't white.
I'm starting to think that this kind of thing would be all right if we would just stop fucking with each other.
Hold on now.
Because damn,
Hold
like,
on now.
I don't want to be without a word.
Wait. It's not. Now, see, I would have said it would have been fine had they not taken 80% of South Africa. 80% of South Africa was only for white people.
And 20%.
And 20% was for the 80% of black people that were in the country.
80-20 rule.
Now you see why this is so fucked up. But, you know.
That's crazy.
And they claimed it all as white land, my brother. So, yeah.
Man.
And then those two, and then it was combined with two other acts from, this is why I said it started before that. So the two other acts were segregation acts from 1913 and 1936. So they had this in the works. They was trying it, but they just needed a platform.
Mm-hmm.
And they got that platform, and so yeah, that was the end result. And more than 80% of South Africa's land was now owned by and controlled by the 20% minority of white people. But wait. This is where it gets after so to help manage this and keep the niggas out. So they strengthened past laws, which were laws that when I was saying you had to have documents to be in the restricted areas. They passed laws to strengthen those, and then we get to the nitty gritty. So. This is how they duped us. Because I'm real fucking mad about this. I'm real mad about this one. So, in 1951, they passed the Bantu Authorities Act. And the government, get this one, reestablished 8 tribal organizations for the black people.
Reestablished tribal.
Yeah. So you know your tribal roots, brother. You can see where this is going. All right. And then the Promotion of Bantu Self Act came out, 1959. And it created 8 strong African homelands, which later expanded to 10, and they were called Bantustans. See where this is going?
Somewhat, I think so.
And then the Bantu Homelands Act of 1970, which made every black South African irrespective of actual residence, and made them citizens of Bantustans, aka they took their South African citizenship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And who?
No, that's not what I seen coming.
Yeah, they get back to your roots, guys. Yeah, you're strong. Right in your face. Does that sound
Shit's
familiar?
crazy, man.
Does,
Shit's wild.
do that sound any type of familiar?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm just saying, brother.
I did the 23andMe. No, my mama did though.
And
No,
basically, the people that they employed were ethnographers.
What?
Ethnographers.
What's an ethnographer?
So they are the people that categorized all the Bantu stands, and they were linguists, and they basically all white people. It was all white people.
Of course.
So, you know, it's this shit is wild, bro. When I tell you, I've been looking at through this shit. Whew. And so,
Now that's real crazy though.
mhm. And now we get to that was 1971, and then 1970, and then 1971, somebody was born.
Barack Obama?
Nope. One Elon Musk,
Oh shit.
and that's where he was. So you see what he was born into.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like honestly, I didn't have much knowledge on apartheid. I knew there was that Disney movie.
Mhm.
But I did like I always liked history, and it's something I would pick up on, or I'd understand, or would just kind of pique my interest. Like I kind of read a little bit more about Nelson Mandela and stuff like that, and a little bit of, but I
Yeah.
still like all of the
And
root of it.
Nelson,
No, I
yeah.
had no idea it was the depth
Mhm.
in it. Like, that
And
shit's
Nelson, we'll talk about Nelson in part 2.
crazy.
And I'll probably put that out next week or something. But yeah, to go on, they manipulated the homeland politics by like placing inside the Bantus, they placed complaint chiefs to control the administrations of the Bantus. So they basically had to rely all of those the 8 had to rely on the South African government, even though they kicked them out.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to rely on them economically and politically. But the flip side of that, they had to rely on non-white workers to supply the economy. You get it?
So they had to go be slaves on the other side of the border.
Oh, wait. It gets better, baby. So, separate education standards. The Bantu Education Act provided creation of state-run schools in the Bantus. You see where this is going. Which the blacks were required to go to. And what they learned? I bet you know what they learned.
They history.
No. Manual labor, nigga.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby. Manual labor.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. That's where yeah, baby.
It's like a fucking hamster wheel, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a hamster wheel.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
then,
crazy.
so you had the Extension of Universities Act of 1959, which largely prohibited established universities from accepting non-white students. But don't worry. We got you. The government, we created new universities for you, Negroes. Yeah. So you can get a college education, just probably not the one that we get. We got a medical
Right.
school for you too, though. That way you niggas can have doctors.
That's wild.
But wait, there's more. You gotta get it to stick for quite some time, don't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. Yeah, let's make it stick. The other laws that institutionalized the apartheid. This is a good one. Prohibition of Mixed Marriage Act.
That don't surprise me.
with the immorality amendment, because that had to be put in there too, because you can't marry and you can't have sex with each other.
That's wild.
And this is where Mandela comes in. The Suppression of Communism Act, which basically empowered the government to detain anyone deemed a communist. And this is where the violence comes. So you got police violence, torturing, even killing people in the pursuit of official duties. So
This shit is crazy.
So that is what they dealt with. So that is from about 1950 to 1970.
Mm-hmm.
Just in that small time. And some of those things still stick today.
Oh, I believe it.
That's,
I believe it.
that's why you got fucking idiot Elon running around talking about basically an ethno state.
Yo, like, he's gonna be the one that like brings back it being okay to use the R word. Like, somebody just gonna look at him and just say, "Fuck it, I'm going back to saying it. It's now acceptable again."
Listen.
What?
Listen.
Can I just say remedial? Can I?
Listen.
No.
I did at this point in my life. I did. Do I want the word to come back? No. Are some of these conservatives acting like that? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, guys, this has been part 1 of Off the Porch on the history with Q, with the I.
Black people, what we gonna do?
Trey, you got anything for him?
Do your research. Learn some of this shit the way it works. You have to teach your kids this because history has a funny way of repeating itself. So, yeah, here it is. Some little drop for you today.
Yeah, baby.
No, I got nothing.
Yep, because this is going straight to YouTube.
Straight to YouTube. I'll have it posted ASAP.
Yeah, baby. All right.
I'll
Bye, guys.
later.